Hello everybody, and welcome to my guide to how the guild I'm in kills Oracle Aleria. This is the third boss of Greenscale's Blight, and mainly focuses on everybody taking responsibility for their own actions. She has a few simple mechanics, but these can cause a wipe easily if people do not react to them. We use 2 tanks for this fight, with a dedicated healer on each. We also use a bard and a chloromancer, along with maybe a Justicar DPS support healer. There is some raid damage in this fight, but it is well spaced out, so should not cause a problem. The rest of the DPS should be split between melee and ranged, ideally with ranged being slightly higher if this cannot be achieved. The main source of a wipe is the bomb that she will put on people throughout the fight. You will get a screen message saying that someone pulses with necrotic energy. That person will get a debuff, which when it ends will do damage to everyone in line of sight. The person with the debuff, though, will remain unharmed. This will kill pretty much everyone that it hits. The Oracle's room has hedges around the edge, with gaps at the corners. The person who gets the debuff must quickly run out of her room and round behind one of the hedges so that everyone is out of line of sight with them. They will then let the bomb go off before running back in. When running outside, make sure you do not stand near the hedges, as they can be a little bit buggy and still cause people to be killed even though you're out of line of sight with them. If one of the healers gets the debuff, they still need to run out, but the other healers need to make sure that they are aware of this and compensate for the loss in healing. If a tank gets the debuff, it causes more of a problem. They still need to run out, but obviously can't be healed during this time as they'll be out of line of sight. Sometimes the bosses will not follow them around the corner and will stand and wait for them to get back. Other times they will follow them, and it seems pretty much random whether or not this happens. Defensive cooldowns should be saved by the tanks in case this does happen. Throughout the whole fight, pollen will spawn in the 4 corners, and these will move towards either the Oracle or the Melead, and will give them a stacking buff if they reach it. We assign a few DPS to kill these off, but all DPS should be aware of them and kill any that might reach one of the bosses. There are 2 phases to this fight. In the first phase, the Oracle will stand in the middle of the area. She will be immune to all damage while she does this, and will periodically do AoE damage to everyone. She has 2 adds which need to be killed in this phase. As you face into the room, the one on the right is the melee ad, and the one on the left is the caster ad. 1 tank should be assigned to each of these. When you first engage them, both ads will transform into werewolves. DPS need to hold off on damaging them till they have transformed and the tanks have picked them up and moved them to their positions so as not to pull aggro. We tank the melee ad between a third and halfway down one of the hedges nearest us, and the caster ad nearer the other side of the room. Melee should stack up behind the melee ad, and ranged DPS and healers should either be near them or past the other side of the melee ad near the other exit. This means that everyone should have plenty of time to get out of line of sight if they get the debuff. When one of these ads dies, the other one will enrage, so it is vital that both of these die at or near the same time. So it's important to keep an eye on both health bars. Using focus target on the one you are not DPSing is advisable. When both ads are dead, the Oracle will transform into a werewolf too. One of the tanks should pick her up and move her to one of the hedges. Pollen will begin spawning quicker in this phase, and she will continue to cast necrotic energy on people. Other than that, you just need to DPS her down. As long as people are aware of the mechanics and pay attention, she should be defeated. Thank you everyone for watching. I've been Zero Override, and I wish you luck in defeating this boss.